literally turning the page for our Studio 10 Black History Special with authors.
That's right, but these authors are pretty wise for their age. Joining us right now, we have Trey and Avery. Quinny, how are you guys?
Good. Good, how are you?
Good, thank you very much.
Well, before we get into the books, we have to address, you guys need to tell us how old you are, because you have to be some of the youngest authors we've had on our Ask the Author segment, and you can be proud of your age. How old are you, Avery?
8.
8, and Trey?
I'm 11.
Oh my goodness, and both of you guys have written a book. Congratulations already on that. That's absolutely amazing. But tell us, what made you want to write books?
Well, I wanted to inspire kids to overcome their fears.
Oh, I like that. And Trey?
Well, really, it was me and my dad that wrote this book, and I was little, so my mom, she was like getting bored of my dad reading boring books to me. So my mom was like, why don't you just write your own book? So here we go, we got it.
There you go.
There you go, exactly, you got it, and you're holding it right here in your hand. So Trey, I want you to also tell us a little bit more about your book, My Secret Superpower, Trey's Jungle Adventure. Tell us what it's about.
All right, so it's about how animals like find their superpower. Obviously, it's not supposed to be like real animals. They talk and stuff, so it's not real. But it's about how you can find your superpower and you can use it to make the world a better place.
Wow, okay. I guess we all have our own superpower then too.
Yes, very inspiring. And Avery, you know, you mentioned it, you wanted to help people get over their fears. So is that kind of the message of your book? Tell us a little bit about yours.
Well, so it's kind of like inspired by, so my brother likes to scare me a lot. So I thought that there was a monster under my bed, but then I overcome my fear and I was like, if there really is a monster, I'll just pull it out and see for myself. But it was just my brother in his remote control car under my mom's old Ferrari.
Okay, interesting.
Quite an adventure in both of your books, but both of you, tell us, what was the most fun about writing each of these books? Was it the illustrations, the words? Tell me a little bit about the process.
Well, everybody was like, oh, Trey, can I buy your book? And I would have to like go like around it and ask people, and I was like, you know, I'll write my own book. And then, but I didn't even know it was going to be like a real book you could buy. And my parents were like, okay, can you read this to us so we can type it out on the computer? And I was like, what are you going to do? They were like, make it a real book. I was like, okay.
Yeah, one of those pinch me moments.
Yeah, Trey, what about you? What was the most fun part about this?
The most fun part is that like writing a book is not, you don't have to have like any like boundaries. You can write your book however you want to write it. It doesn't have to be like, oh, you have to write it like, it's like, you can do whatever you want.
That's right, no rules, you make it up on your own. I love that.
Yes, and is that something that you hope readers or maybe aspiring authors your age take away from your books?
Yeah.
Yes, a little bit.
Yeah, what other advice do you have maybe for them?
That everyone has superpower. You might not be good at one thing, like, let's say you're not good at playing sports, but you might be really good at like solving a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. And what about you, Avery?
Well, just so that people can overcome their fears. Like, if they're scared to go downstairs in their basement alone, just try to overcome your fears and probably there's nothing going to happen to you.
That is absolutely awesome, and I love the message that you both have here. But of course, Trey and Avery will actually be featured this weekend at the pages of our Power Book Fair and do live storytelling. But guess what? They're going to do some of that live storytelling right here on Studio 10. Stay with us. We'll be right back after a break.